And like it's everything is the man have to be, the president is the man, the police is the man, the lawyer is the man have to be. You understand? So I'm trying to say is that, you know, that's why I think sometimes most of our problem we human because of this kind of things, because we have more respect for the women than to respect them, and while they are our mother.
True.
You understand? Yeah. So that's why still I'm coming back to the religion. It's like for me, you know, our mother should be enough religion for us. Okay, so when we pass by that, now, you know, the religion, as you see, is they're making it like an organization. You understand? Because they are using it, the religion, like to make money. Because they see now, if I want something from you, what I have to think like how I can get that thing from you is that I have to make it to agree with you to get what you have. And now how to agree with you, I think they have been checking that people, as you say, they believe very well about God. So let them go pass through the God side.
True.
Now they use the holy books and then to tell you, because sometimes, most of the time when you go to the church or anywhere, if you listen how they preach, they're most of the time making you to scare.
Yeah, because, you know, they find it, because, you know, when we go to the church, it's like, you know, we want to, it's like it's there we become, you know, we want to feel like we are being, to, you know, how I can put it, you know what I mean, it's where we go and release our pain, you know what I mean, we want to free ourselves to say that at least that's the place we can, you know, we can feel safe, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But the problem is that, you know what I mean, you know, after that, you know what I mean, you don't, it's only that second that you are there for. When you go back, you don't, I mean, some people, I mean, I'm not speaking about, I'm talking now because now I'm talking about people who really don't get it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, who don't really understand, you know, when they go, because that's how the pastor, they like you say, because of the music and how they shouting like they really believe, and like because of your energy, our energy that we give them, that we are there to say we are praising God, you know what I mean. While, you know, at the end of the day, you know what I mean, it all comes to one thing to say that overpower us and control us, and, you know, at the same time, we spending our money there, and this money never do nothing for our community. You know, so and we don't get nothing from it. Then just we say, hey, hallelujah, God will bless you, God is there for you, you know, believe in God, la la. While they are living rich, and we are going back to our suffering again. Which is a sad thing to say.
Yeah, that's right. You have very good point there. Anyhow, so anyhow, we have been discussing a little bit about the religion, the language, and all this. But now, if I come to the because as I told you here, we have talked about this slavery, all those we have been under, the black have been control of the slave masters, and how comes and all this. Then we get a lot of answers there, why and so. But when it comes now to because I was saying here also, but I don't know whether maybe I'm right or I'm wrong, but what they are commenting here, like, because when I say here, when I say here, like, you know, the Jews, as I mentioned before, have been like slave master, and the white have been slave master, the Arab have been slave master, and the black have been the black under control of the slave masters. They have been. But I say now, why always the black have been controlled by other nations? So then do you have any comment on that?
Well, I think I answered it right from the beginning.
Yeah.
That everything is based on the power structure, the one who control the power.
Okay.
Like
okay.
You say, the
Then you have it. I was having other which I have been commenting there also.
Okay.
Me, what I wrote here, I say I think because of the black people themselves who are blocking each other.
Blocking each other.
Yeah.
But what you mean by that when you
because I said it, because why? You know, the black people rather a white man or even a Arab, you know, to be in front than a black. So what I'm trying to say is like the black people. I don't know also if it, because according to what you have said, if we have been, you know, we have been used of the this slave chains, as you used to say, is in our earth still. Why? Because but what I see, like black people, sometimes they rather other nation to be to be on their front. What I'm trying to say, like to lead them instead, like I'm a black to rule them instead. So I say because that's why maybe they always, I mean, because that's why maybe they always be controlled by other nations. Because of the black himself, they rather other nations rule them than their own people should rule them. I think it might be this, that what is the other answer. That's why they be. Then in this case, they have to be ruled by other nations. Because even they don't accept each other. Like you can be in my front.
True.
Or you can be my leader. Then maybe I respect you as you can be my leader. So I instead maybe myself I want to be front, not you should be front.
You're right.
Then in this case, then if because I don't want my own black people to be front of me, then of course then that one someone else should be front of me instead.
Yeah, but I think you have a point, you know. But at the same time, too, that's why when we used to always talk about this is why we have a lot to deal with ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
We have to try to learn to accept ourselves, trust ourselves, love ourselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even because, and that have to start from the individual yourself before you can share it too. If I don't know myself, how can I really know you? Or if I don't respect myself, how can I really respect you?
Yeah.
If I don't love me, how can I even love you?
Yeah, that's
so
right.
These are, you know, issues we have to deal with first, you know, between ourselves.
Yeah.
Before we can really even talk about, like you said,
yeah.
uniting, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, we have it difficult.
Because you know, do you remember you was in a place today, and then when they was start asking, yeah, first he said, where I come from, I said from Africa. Do you remember? And they also, but that one maybe you didn't understood the language. But they was asking also like about tribe things. So me, I told them I'm a black man. You know, all that is I'm answering just because of we black people, we have to stop this kind of thinking, this kind of separating ourselves. Start saying tribe. That cannot solve nothing. That cannot help us, and that cannot make us to be unit. I mean, to be stronger.
It cannot even help us to come together when it's like that.
You understand?
Because you already divide. You are not united, and the same thing, and then you bring in tribe in there.
Yeah, because what
how much you want to be divided?
Yeah, because what I'm trying to say, if you look at the, I mean these Arab people. I mean the white people themselves. If you look at like one country, if they like one Scandinavia country, you say the whole Scandinavia, they have one language, and of course then also they have like different dialect there. Yeah. Then that means they have different type of groups. True. But But they don't go there to say, you are this one, you are this one, you are this, that one, you are that one. You understand?
True.
And then you believe that, yeah, because yeah, my tribe is this, we are the best, we are better, we are the original. We have all that kind of in Africa. Yeah, we are the original people, original tribe. You see how stupid they are.
Yeah. Once you are black, man, you say you are the same. Like, you know, it doesn't change.
You understand? So for me, it's this kind of you know, sickness thinking. I used to say sickness because I'm tired of these kind of things. Because if you are tribe, so what that can help you or what that can help me. So, but if we unite, you know, as like all we are brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, me, I think that can help us more than to start to divide us by tribe.
I know that we have to see us as, you know, one African people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
African for all, because, you know what I mean, you are African, I'm African, you know what I mean? I don't see you because I'm not a person who think like, okay, Musa, you from Gambia, you know what I mean? You are not, it's like, you know what I mean, I don't see you as my brother. This is the most sickening thing, you know what I mean? We should don't even have that mindset to think like that, you know what I mean? Because once we are in the same continent in Africa,
yeah,
then we have to look at us as a one united people.
Yeah, that's right.
That's just Africa, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't understand why it's so difficult for us to really come together, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. So so that I think, of course, I think we will you know, come from that kind of I mean poor, I mean opinion, you know, and that behavior. So because that cannot solve anything. So
No.
I mean, if you say only black, we are the same mother, father, we are family. So that will help us more. Because also, apart from there, even when you talk about religion, as I told you before, for me, who's the best religion? Is the one who good and do good. Exactly. But if you say you have good religion and at the same time you are going blackmailing other, you manipulating other people, you stealing, you lying, and all these kind of things, and you calling yourself religion, then go talk to your God about that. Don't tell me that you are a believer. You understand?
Exactly, yeah.
So that's why I say even when it comes to the religion, so this one is very simple. You don't need any like education or someone can preach for 1 year before you should understand to be good and do good. And and many other things. It's very simple. So you don't need like that to go every Sunday to church just to be learned that to understand that if you do good, you do good. Exactly. So I mean, everybody knows when you do good, you do good. Yeah. So if you do something bad yourself, you know that. Even someone don't need to preach you that one. Exactly. So and then, but anyhow, me I think now we are very close now to close that. But I have
this one too.
Yeah, exactly. And then well, again, I was having here like to complete about this because why I'm trying like to ask you this because you know, I mean everybody know, but it's good also to update it and you know people should think about because of what now I'm saying here. How many holy books are written on African language, and I pass from there. I say how many schools are teaching with African language. Then I come here, the third one. I say how many history books which are written on African language. So how comes all those all those media, mathematics, holy books are not on African language? So I don't know if you understood my question there. So to make it more simple, it's like the way I'm just thinking, you know, maybe people don't think or people think or whatever, but it's like how comes, like, you know, we have been discussing about the holy books, right? We understood that one is no one they have been showing that is written by African language. You understand?
True.
But now I come again. I say the how many books, well, how many schools where they are teaching in African language. You know, I know you can find some, but for me it should be thousands. You understand? Even when you are in Europe, so you should see a school which is I mean African language, which you have like real school. It's not like to say, you know, like, yeah, you know, the home language here is there. There are some countries they say even no, this home language is not good to teach in here. It's not good for the children. You see how they say. I had some countries, European countries, they used to say that to teach the home language is not good for the young children. So, but then I of course understood some few. What I understood, some few language I know is they might be teaching in school. I think like Swahili, right? And then like this Lingala, you know, this language from Congo, right? And I think also they have I think this Ethiopian language, Tigrinya, and then I think Amarinya. That they have also language in Eritrea, and then I mentioned the Swahili language too. So but it can be more also. But what I'm trying to say, if I look at the European country, so I mean the English country, they learning the English. So you go to the Portuguese, they are learning, they have in schools in Portuguese in the school, and they writing the books in Portuguese, and they're making the history in Portuguese, or in English, or French, or I mean Dutch, or Germanian, or whatever, or Finnish, or Swedish, or all these Scandinavian, the Norwegian, and you understand what I'm trying to say? So all that you find their own language, which they are writing their own stories and histories on their own language, and the media and everything on their own language. So I mean the other things which maybe they have been conquered the African because of, as we say, the language. Because when you lose language, then you lose everything. Because then you cannot make history in your own language. You cannot make story in your own language. You cannot make even I mean comedy. You know, like to joke, and then you write it in your language. So you don't have nothing which you can write it in a book in your language. So in this case, it's like it's real like, you know, to eliminate somebody's you like on your life you are very weak. Then this why now through that then now they can manipulate you, they overpower you. Because now if you look at it, if I go I learn in somebody's language in this school, so that means even like in Africa, so many African countries, so you say what language you have there? Yeah, I have my language, I have my mother language, but now, yeah, the official language, yeah, we have official language there in English or in French or in Portuguese or in, you understand, or Spanish or whatever. So when I say that in my African language, that is not my language. Why should that should be official language in my country? Why I should not have one African country? It's in my African country. I mean, African language is in my own. I mean, my own country, my own African language. At least, like even every country, if you have one. Choose one African language, which also it should be official language, because the things which is maybe sometimes we don't understood or we don't think the TikTok, you know, how they do, it's just, you know, this books is cost a lot of money. Because I know that like in many countries, so the schools they are now when they are buying books, so many of the books if you are, like in the schools they're teaching, if it's like a French school in the African country, so or English school in the African country, so the book which they're teaching, because it's in English, so they have to order them from England, or they have to order them from France. So, but still, whatever where they order, but still it have to be in English language. So then, of course, then it's the Englishman have been written that, school books. And then still now, you taking the money again, you buying the books because the official language is in English. So, and all that have been put there, because from the beginning, it was no English man who had been born in that country from the beginning. It was a black man. So if it was the black man who be in that country, or on in that country, why is that black man country should not be a black man's language, and the black man language should be official language in the black man country?
Yeah, but this is where we go back to again what I used to say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They strip us, you know what I mean, of our language. And they strip us, then they tell us they don't want us to know ourselves. It's to go back to us, they don't want us to know ourselves, because they know who we really are.
Who they are? You all say they. No, I'm just joking.
You know,
who they are you're talking about?
I'm saying that they know who.
Who them? Who are them?
The rulers.
Who are the rulers?
Well, you know that already, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know. You are scared to tell the names.
I've already mentioned them a lot of times.
So now you are scared to mention again.
I've mentioned them a lot of times, so you should know them by now, the white people, you know what I'm saying?
Ah, okay. But don't scare about to tell what the white people have done.
I've mentioned them a lot of
But
times.
not only the white, we say also the Jews, the Arab, all of them, right? So that one is nothing to be scared or feel ashamed to tell, because that what happened.
But you know, these are but it's the same white people.
Yeah.
Are they not white?
All of them they are white, huh?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I understood. So, but you understand what is my
exactly.
what I'm trying to think.
That's what I'm saying. But the thing is that they are the ones who telling our story for us.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't tell our own. You know? So it would be different if we were the one we telling our own story.
Yeah, but what I'm trying, even not like a, okay, of course, I understood what you say, and you understand me too. Because it's like not just like the story. What I'm trying, all that is based on the economical side.
Exactly.
Because everything is cost. Even to buy a course, it costs a lot of. And that course, where it's coming from, if it's in French or English, it's coming from, they are the one planning from there, and then they're selling the course to your country. So they're selling their own language to your country again, because you don't have a language. Otherwise, if I have a language, I don't need to anyhow to go school in English language. Why I should need to do that? Just because they was coming there, they colonizing us, and then bring in their Bible or whatever, and then the language they say this one. Even now that what we talk again. Even when they bring the Bible, there was not living many blacks who could read to understand what is the Bible really, what is said.
True.
Like as I told you, the Quran again. If you bring the Quran and then you say, yeah, this one now is the religion, it's your religion, you have to learn this one. It's language. So, but if you should understand the language. But you read. As I told you, you don't understand what you are reading. That is mean, let me show you how I can make you fool.
Yeah, you have a point, of course. You know what I mean?
You know?
Because that's, it's a thing that is like, it's damaging us, you know what I mean? Damaging a lot of young children. You know?
Yeah, man. So, okay. So, do you have anything to comment about what we have been discussing now before this one?
No, but I think what you said, I think that is important there. And the thing too, like I said, you know, when they strip us, it's because they don't want us to know ourselves.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the whole point about that, you know, because for me, this is why people know who we really are. They're smart, because when they come, they know who we was before.
Yeah.
They strip us.
Yeah, that's right.
But they're just that they don't want us to know ourselves ever again. And
Yeah.
they'll always go
Okay, then in this case, what is your opinion and your own thinking, what we can give, and then we asking other also to come with the idea how we can help us self, and we can help each other, and we can make, like, you know, the things will be changed. What is your idea, and what is your advice, and so on?
It's really because the most important thing is now for us to come together as one united people and start to develop ourselves and our own nation and do for ourselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And mostly is the young generation that have to wake up more, you know what I mean? Because we, the elders, you know what I mean? You can rely on them.
But we don't have to wake the young.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, we are the ones going to be more deadly than you people, you know what I mean? So,
but I mean, the elders have to wake the young, because the young, if they are learning from it's like who will wake them.
But at the end of the day, we're going to somehow, you know, a lot of people, the funny thing to Musa, you know what I mean? A lot of things that I have, you know, learned, it's not from my father, you understand?
Yeah.
So you understand how, maybe, you find people, you're going to find education other ways, you know, not even in the school system no more, because the school is just trying to put us down and work for, and be slave for the system. Yeah. You know, so that's what I'm saying. We're going to try to have to come just together and help one another and try to discipline, like we talked about it last time, our community, so we can start to, you know, provide for ourselves. Yeah, that's right. Because it's important, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the really way we could really try to really be strong as a one people, you know what I mean? Is to, because like you said too, if we don't really work with ourselves, then we have difficult to unite. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. That's the only solution, really. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a point there, because I as you say, I also mentioned something similar like that. As we always say, you know, we black people, the only way out for us is first of all, is step number one, first of all, that we have to unite us. Definitely. And then I mentioned also this unite, it means we have to love each other. Most important. We have to trust each other. Definitely. We have to be one. We have to trust each other. Very, very, very important. I mean, when I talk also about trust, you know, when I trust you, so don't let me down.
You know, what you said is so real, you know what I mean? This, because, you know what I mean, this is how, you know what I mean, you could say, because if we always trying to put each other down, I mean, it's like, you know what I mean, how can we even go to the next level, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. As a people. Yeah. If we always putting each other down, you know what I mean? Yeah. We have to come together to go to the next level. Yeah, that's right. Because even you, one person, saying that you can go alone, but you're not strong by yourself. We have done all our life. Yeah. And we never go nowhere. Exactly. You're not strong by yourself.
Then in this case, that means the definition of, you know, for me is that as we say, we have to love each other. And we have to trust each other. You know, and then because when you love somebody, you will never let that one down. And then when someone also trusts you, that means it's big things. Because, you know, when someone trusts me, you know, it's like I mean, you're giving me a really job, because I will pray to my God so that I should hold my word, and I hold according to our agreement, and that, so, you know, because I mean, to be trust too is heavy thing, because I mean, someone just trusts you and put all his life and everything, like his heart on your hand. That mean, I mean, it's a big thing. But what I'm trying is a great that it should happen. Then really, if you are honest to each other too, and you honest to yourself, and you know, you believe God, and then when someone come with that big things to you, I mean, you should take it that with the two hands, so that you should also will try by any means, so that you should never disappoint that person. True. Because that is, I understood it's not easy, I mean, job, so, but that's why we say you know, if it was easy, then we don't even need to advise what to do and not to do. So this is not easy things, but we have to, you know, try to sacrifice for each other. Just that mean so that we can build, you know, I mean a strong nation, so that, you know, we can unite, we can be one, and to make us more stronger. And as I tell you, don't forget the unite. That means we have to love each other, we have to trust each other, and never we try not to put each other down, you know. And then at the same time, because you have to think also, this is not from, like maybe our generation, you know, it's not like for our generation or for us, but at the same time it's for us, because if we work, we do something good, we build something good today for this generation, that means is benefit of the new generation who are coming. Yeah. And always when we make it so good for this generation today, and the next generation, new generation coming, and when they have it, you know, good, I mean, in their lifetime, you know, themselves, that mean we have teach them, because what we the old generation do, and that mean we are teaching the young generation what they should do. Sure. Next for next time for them to, I mean, to deal with their other, I mean with their other children, and also, so by the way, I mean, I want to try to say,
share the principle to their following generation.
Yeah, because what we show them, that what we are teaching them, that what we brought in of them. Because if we show them that that is to unite, to love each other, not to try to put down each other, exactly. Is to trust each other and to make each other more stronger, and respect each other, so that what they will learn from us. Exactly. And the next time they will continue to build it in that way. Exactly. For their children and their children and grandchildren. Exactly. And so this is the whole about, and this is what we are after, and this is our aim, this is our advice, this is our about even the program, everything. So we Black have to try to unite us, and then it's well. So you wanted it, like we should end with this one, or how?
Yeah, but you wanted that, so let's do it.
Yeah, it's me wanted, or it's you?
Yeah. Well, it's both.
It's both, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we want to, you know, cover it with the program today. With the last one here, we want just, you know, to put it this one, the last that. As I told you, so I was wanted to say here, it's like the evil is inside the human, and then how to deal then with the evil human. Because it's like as I told you, what I'm trying to say, you know, this evil is like inside the human himself.
True.
So, because, you know, most of the time everyone talk about the evil, but who is the evil?
Exactly.
And we find this is like the evil is inside the human himself. It's inside ourselves.
You know, we cannot escape that, you know what I mean? That's why, you know, in life, you know what I mean? Before you even start to judge someone else, you know what I mean, you have to look yourself in the mirror and think about your habits, you know what I mean, how you behave to other people, you know what I mean, because you don't leave yourself outside and think and judging people. Like Jesus said, who is without sin should throw the first stone, you know what I mean. Yeah. When you know that you are a sinner, you know what I mean, so why are you going to throw a stone? Just put the stone down, because you two are dealing with yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
right. The problem. We are all dealing with ourselves, you know what I mean? Yeah, but that's why God said we should deal with ourselves, you know what I mean? Try to discipline ourselves so we can really struggle against ourselves to control our evil mind.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.